Welcome to another Baka commentary video. In this video, as preluded by my YouTube short, I'll be discussing about the HDMI debacle of HDMI 2.0 cable labeled as HDMI 2.1 cables. For this video, I'm going to be general and not going to go into super technical, as I kind of want this video to reach the non-technical people. So yeah, what is HDMI 2.1 compared to the 2.0 standard? As you can see, that actually one has an extra 0.1. So what is the difference that I think most normal people should know? HDMI 2.1 has, more bandwidth. So an example of this would be like a wider, road system, so that more cars can go through at the same time. But yeah, and as always, HDMI 2.1 has more bandwidth, aka more room for more signal, for more data to be transferred via that cable. Meanwhile, HDMI 2.0, it has less lane for a road, which means less data can be carried through the cable, and as a result, there are missing features that are going from a HDMI 2.1 to a HDMI 2.0. So, which means less data means the image that is being displayed to it, is going to be less clear. You're not going to be able to have as large resolution for the. So if your screen is going for some your 1080p 4K, and right now some TVs are being advertised 8K. For 8K TV, for it to be able to run for it to actually have the bandwidth to run 8K, you need the HDMI 2.1, real HDMI 2.1 cables. If you run the HDMI 2.0, it kind of compresses the image so that it can use. Yeah, it's gonna be the image is not gonna look as great. As well as, some, for those people that watch Blu-ray and maximum high definition, you would want HDMI 2.1 as a data. More data in these HDMI 2.1 cable means the image will be able to be simulate more realistic. The image would look more realistic, as a result of being able to send more data to the screen. As well as, here's a thing for those parents that bought their kids the new Xbox Series X and the new PS5. The console has features that will only work on the real HDMI 2.1 cable, which is variable refresh rate. What does variable refresh rate do? It changes the display refresh rate, frame refresh rate to match the device that is outputting the image. So if you bought those really expensive, most TVs is 60 FPS, has a 60 FPS. If your console is going 30 FPS, the TV is going to have it's going to replicate twice as always. 30 FPS is half of 60 FPS, which is the lock screen. You will see the TV will display one image twice. So this isn't going to give you a very good movie watching experience and gaming experience. Trust me, it's good to have variable refresh rate on a display, as it's going to improve your media consumption. You will not want it as soon as you experience variable refresh rate. And lastly, the cost. The cost of real HDMI 2.1 cable, since it has this higher specification, so that it will require more expensive material to make the cable. So like if you were to buy a HDMI 2.0 spec and a HDMI 2.1 spec cable, the HDMI 2.1 cable will cost more per meter. You're paying more because that cable has more features, and HDMI 2.0 may be cheaper, and people not very technical be like, I'll just buy the cheaper cables, but with the same name, but you're going to be missing features, as I previously said about the variable refresh rate, and you may lose some image clarity if you try to go some like 8K, 8K TV or 4K TV that has like 120 FPS mode. You may not actually get what the TV advertised because you own you bought a HDMI 2.0 cable. However, as well as, during the manufacturing of these cables, most likely HDMI 2.1 cables, since they require higher specification, the higher QC standard has to be followed, and QC, these things, extra manufacturing time means extra cost to you as an end user. These are the two features I think are the major difference between HDMI 2.1 to HDMI 2.0 that I think the non-technical people will know. For the people that want to know more technical detail, in the comment down below there will be the links to the HDMI forum of the slide that has more technical information. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more videos on Baka commentary videos.